Hey everybody and welcome. It's a new day. It's a wonderful opportunity for me to work on this massive project. And what a great day to start actually the planting project. I want to make more out of this, and I was thinking about more flowers, more plants, more diversity. So I get more biodiversity. Mostly native plants would be great, but I think I have some non-native plants that do look amazing, and I want to put them here as well. So it's going to be a type of mixture right here. But I think I'm going to start getting maybe something big, something that looks nice, maybe a wisteria, and maybe some hydrangeas, because the way the flowers look is just captivating. It's just so beautiful, and when you sit next to it, it's such a wonderful thing to just look at and relax and love life. So I'm going to get some flowers. I'm going to dig them in their designated spots, and yeah, that is the plan for today and for this episode. Also, I might be using some flowers to actually cover some parts of the area or of the tiny little shed that I'm not too happy about. So I think the plants are a great thing to do this with. They can cover up some things. For the bigger, I'm not sure how big a wisteria I can get, but I'm opting for a big one, and so the results don't. I don't have to wait too long for results to show. I hope all of these plants are going to grow and going to love their new spot. And yeah, it's quite a lot to do in it. So much space. Maybe some flowers, just the whole area, only flowers, wild flowers for bees and birds and everything. That would be so amazing. But I have to get rid of the grass. Oh my god, I have to get rid of all the grass here. Alright, so what I also have is an issue with this wall. And there are these tiles on, and I'm not too sure what to do with it. I think taking them off, stripping them, might uncover some problems, like what's underneath. I think they are doing quite a good job shielding this side of this tiny little shed from the elements. So taking them off then I'm required to actually put some new on. So that would cost, I think, quite a lot, just making a new side for this shed. So I'm just leaving them there, but I hate the looks of it. So I got a climbing hydrangea, like a hortensia, but it can climb, and I think I'm going to put it right there in front of it, move that stuff aside, and then eventually it will climb up and cover the whole thing. Now it's going to take some time, but as I said, it's a tiny budget, so you have to, live with the fact that some things might take a little longer, but then you save some money. And I think this is going to look magnificent when this climbing hydrangea, is going all the way up. There's one problem, however. I love the looks of a climbing hydrangea, as you do, right? But they don't like they prefer an acidic soil, and I don't think that this here is quite acidic. So I might have to do some tweaking of the soil, put some mulch in there that is actually putting some acidity in the soil. I hope this is going to be enough for our hydrangea to flourish and work her magic on this hideous wall. We'll see. I put it there. I'll get rid of the stuff here. I put it there, and then I guess we'll see in a year's time it's going to have worked or not. Wish us luck. Sun right in my face, which is nice. Yeah, as I said, there's this climbing hydrangea, and it prefers the soil to be acidic just a bit, and I think the soil right here at this spot is a bit basic. You're so basic, soil. Anywho, in order to negate these effects, I put some mulch made out of pine bark on there, which hopefully negates these effects and should be right and make it nice for the climbing hydrangea, which is then going to eventually cover all of this. Nice. Nice. Mobile phone cam. Alright, so I just put this beautiful wisteria, which is going to produce the most amazing blue flowers, and it's just gonna look so amazing, you have no idea. I just put that here, and I'm thinking of putting in hortensia maybe somewhere here in the center, probably somewhere here, I think, behind this bush. Maybe in the center. I know it's not really from here, it's usually growing in Asia. It's coming from there, but it's pretty widespread, and hortensia is just so beautiful to look at. It would be a shame to not have it in here. And I was able to get a great one, and I think I'm gonna just put it here in the center. Doing some more work, but it's gonna look so good. I'm so much looking forward to summer and autumn. Spring basically also, just the next time. I'm so looking forward to this because it's gonna look so great. Smartphone cam again. Alright, so I just put in this hortensia, and as I said, it's not native from here exactly, but it's seen everywhere, and it produces the most amazing floral display. So I think the insects are gonna love it. I'm as sure as hell gonna love it, and I think it's got a nice and beautiful spot here in the center. And yeah, so it's so important, especially when they're already this big and already sprouting, as you can see, that they get enough water. And so when you take them out of the ground, put them somewhere else and dig them into the soil, it's important that they get moisture and don't dry out, otherwise they can die actually because of all the stress. So this is not too bad because it's the forecast is a bit of overcast and a bit of rain. It's actually a bit not dripping really, but spraying just a bit right now, which is almost enough for these. And the wisteria that I put over there, look at it, it's beautiful already. And once the rain comes and gets the very much needed water, they also that settles a bit, right? So the fresh soil that I put in there, it's gonna settle to the ground. It's gonna produce this kind of like a crater rim on the outside, which is why I'm just leaving these piles of the extracted dirt next to them, so I can put more on when I need to. So yeah, these are those beautiful two major big plants that I bought, that I got for this beautiful place to be, but I'm not done yet, right? That would be stupid. I'm gonna do more. Wanna do more? I'll do more. Let's do more. Smartphone cam once again. Alright, so somebody once told me, somebody gave me some sort of vine. I don't know if it's a grape bearing kind, so the nice one, or just this, you know, the stuff that just looks good but doesn't produce anything. So once I'm building an outhouse here, that should be nice. This is south, so this should be nice to put something on here. And especially vines, they like light and the sun so much, and they're gonna look so great when the leaves change color in autumn, kind of the Indian summer vibe. It's gonna be insane. So I'm planning on building an outhouse here, maybe painted white, and then maybe some, not porch, but some structure like a ranking aid for it to hold on to, attachment rods, if you will. So I'm gonna put that in front, so you might have even an overhang, and once you walk through there it's gonna look really nice, kind of like a shaded area. Yeah, so I got this tiny little thingy right here, quite cheap actually, and so I'm gonna put this there and fingers crossed, hope for the best. I was talking about it briefly before. When you do this, when you surgically implant plants some other place where they used to be, you cut the root system so you can fit them in a nice container and you can move them. But also you have to cut the top, as here with this wisteria, to roughly a bit more maybe than the actual size of the root system now, because once this starts growing up and produce leaves and everything, they draw water, or have to draw water, and the roots can't actually keep up with the demand from all these leaves. So you have to cut them smaller in order to make sure that they are still alive and everything. Also, when you plant them somewhere else, I said this, you have to actually give them water, even though there's not so many roots. But the bit that there is, they don't always have something to grab on right now, so soil is not everywhere around these root systems. So when you put water on it, it's gonna dissolve the soil and just mush everything right in there where everything needs to be. So even though the forecast said yeah, it's gonna be raining, you have to make sure that you give it enough water to work with, which is what I'm doing right now. Yeah. Nice.
That hit the spot.
There's some nice water. Don't be fooled by the sun in my face, it's freaking cold. Anyway, that concludes pretty much today's episode, which was mostly focused on plants. Basically the first ones that I was able to get some highlights for this place. They look like nothing right now, and so far they are not growing. I just implanted them. Nice play of words. And if they accept the soil, if they start growing, that is going to look really nice. I'm going to be more than appreciative of that. It looks like nothing now, but if they start growing, they're going to put some nice touches to the overall look of this place. I'm really looking forward to this. Fingers crossed that everything works. Big and small plants. Woohoo! Tiny little fella there. Yeah, and this is it for today. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you liked it. If not, watch something else. There's so much stuff on the internet. And I'm gonna see you next time, or not, we'll see. But I'm gonna do my work here and put it on the internet for you to see. Stay tuned for the next one. Bye bye.